Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Toyosi. In today's video, we're going to be looking at building the finance team of a startup. I would be recommending the functions that I think are very much important for any finance team in a startup. The first is an accountant. An accountant will help you to reconcile transactions between your bank, your payroll system, and your accounting software. They will help you to file your VATs, your account payables and receivables. They will also help with other admin tasks such as employee reimbursements for travel expenses, for example. Those are the main roles that I would say an accountant can perform in a startup. Next, we have a controller. A controller will basically audit what the accountant has done. So, for example, after the trial balance and the general ledger has been reconciled and prepared, the controller would then prepare the main financial statements such as the P&L, the cash flow statement, the balance sheet, and other statements that might be required by the company depending on their needs. And these financial statements will be prepared on periodic basis. Some startups, for example, have their board meetings quarterly, some every 6 weeks, or some every 8 weeks. So the financial controller will ensure that the financial statements are ready as at when needed. Also, there needs to be an annual audit, and it is the job of the financial controller to ensure that the numbers are ready for the end of that reporting year. They will also coordinate with auditors to make sure that the audit goes smoothly. And I would say that the controller can also help with some other legal and admin tasks depending on their bandwidth, and also help with cash management, ensuring that the company has the right amount of cash that it needs to run its operations in the bank. Next, we have a financial analyst. After the accountant has reconciled the transactions and then the controller has prepared the financial statements, it's the job of the financial analyst to analyze the numbers, understand where we are against the budget, what are the gap analysis, do we need a new budget, do we just have to update our budgets, and they also answer strategic questions such as should we buy or lease an asset, what's the opportunity cost if we decide to invest in the engineering team instead of the sales and marketing team this year. These are the questions that the financial analyst will answer. How much cash do we actually need as a company to stay above water? Those are strategic questions that a financial analyst would answer. Next, we have the head of finance. The head of finance basically oversees the whole team. They're more of a strategic partner. They go to the board meetings to prepare the numbers or the KPIs to investors, for example. They also prepare the management reports to the management. Also, they could double as the treasury team. If we had extra cash in the company, where should we invest the money in? They could also help with questions such as fundraising. Do we start raising funds now? Should we be raising more debt or more equity? Which one is cheaper for the company? Depending on what the company needs or what the tasks are at the time, it's the job of the head of finance to trickle down this task and assign it to each team member. These are the functions that I would say that every finance team should have. But depending on how big your company is or how large your transactions are, you could have more than one person in each role. You could have two accountants, three financial controllers, 10 FP&A, five controllers or three financial analysts, one CFO, one finance manager, one head of finance, depending on how big the team is. And I hope you like this video, and if you found it useful, give it a thumbs up and also follow Atoyasi's Finance Nuggets. Goodbye.